Hey guys, Matt the Greeter. Hey, we got another car talk today. Not a Click and Clack. Those guys were absolutely hilarious. They had a great crew of listeners. They should have had more. I think if more people knew about Click and Clack, those dudes would have blown up. Although they did make it, their cartoon personas made it into Cars, the first Cars movie. And so that's pretty cool. But anyway, I don't really know much about cars. But I've certainly had my share of cars over the years that have made clicks and clacks. And pretty blessed to be in my wife's grandmother's car right now, which, it's just one of those things. Needed a car, and unfortunately my grandmother-in-law passed on, and we were able to pick this car up at a reasonable rate, So if I was to buy this car from, whatever, it would have cost. I wouldn't have been able to swing it. So very appreciative of that. Though I am not in the position of driving the car of my dreams, we as Americans are ridiculously, maybe Canadians too, I don't know, are ridiculously wealthy compared to much of the world. So the fact that I'm driving an automobile at all and have a motorcycle at home is a miracle, and I'm grateful for that. So anyhow, one of my previous videos, it might be the last video, I was talking about my helmets. I gave you guys a little tour of my dome protectors. From my half helmet days right up to my my beloved Sedici and Schuberth. So the very next day, within 24 hours, I forgot to use my blinker. Where am I from? Massachusetts? So within 24 hours, Revzilla came out with the helmets of 2022. So, hot off the presses, folks. So listen, if you didn't like the helmets that I was showing you in the video, you can get on Common Tread. So here's a little advice for you. If you're not subscribed to Common Tread from Revzilla, it's a really cool, I think it's just online, but they do the all kinds of motorcycle related articles and videos. Common Tread it is. They have a podcast as well. And if you're familiar with the folks that work at Revzilla, it's very high quality content. So right now they've got the helmets of 2022 up on their Common Tread page, and it's well worth checking out. I haven't checked it out yet, but I know it's going to be well worth checking out because they put out a high quality product. The other thing I like about Revzilla and Common Tread specifically is that they are not Harley snobs, so it's not all Harley Davidson stuff, but more importantly to me, they're not ignorantly anti-Harley either. They're fairly non-biased. So, pardon me, we got my usual allergies. So, there's some websites that it's like, it's Harley or die, and specifically it's V-twin, especially old, archaic technological Harley Davidsons that are worshipped and adored at the expense of far superior machines of other brands. I don't like that, but I also don't like, I know some Indian riders who are they're ignorantly anti-Harley Davidson. If it says Harley Davidson on it, they disparage and smack talk without any research whatsoever, regardless of the facts. And I don't like that either. That's like modern day politics. I got no place for that in my life. I don't disparage Indians straight off the rip just because they're Indian, even though, Polaris canned victory and bought all the badging to Indian, and it's actually Polaris that bought them, and they're not the original. Like, look, I don't get into that. I could, but I won't, because I've got friends that ride really spectacular Indian motorcycles, and if you're riding an Indian, you are riding a terrific machine. So it would be disingenuous of me to disparage another brand like that. So Common Tread, we got sport bikes all the way to heavy Japanese cruisers. Anything you can imagine is on there. From the Honda Monkey, you know, to the BMW. What is that? The 1800. That thing that's got the looks like a massive engine that hangs out on both sides. You know, they got it all on Common Tread. And in addition to, you know, Revzilla's got really good reviews about a lot of the products that they sell. So this, obviously not an advertisement for Revzilla, because I get a lot of my information word of mouth from people who actually own the stuff. But if you're really looking for a lot of information in a very small space, go to Revzilla and subscribe to their Common Tread online, whatever you want to call it. You know, I enjoy it very much, and that's kind of what I wanted to bring up. So if you liked my little helmet review, well, listen, I'll try to get better with lighting and all that stuff, and I am starting to try to use my new to me machine. So maybe there'll be some editing in the future, which is cool. Also, the other thing I wanted to mention, should I take a breath? Take a cleansing breath. Are you in a hurry? Are you going anywhere anytime soon? Well, I'll just wrap up with this. So I did a little heat check. Oh, I don't know, whatever. Well, last week of February, second to last week of February, where I uploaded a sort of an older video of mine, a couple of years old, where I covered a Bruce Springsteen song, you know, as in the style of Patty Griffin. So, you know, it's a Bruce Springsteen song that I was unfamiliar with until I started listening to Patty Griffin, and she does a marvelous cover of it. I'm trying to see what this guy behind me is doing. I'll flip my phone here while I accelerate. But see, the guy behind me should have eased in front of me, but instead he did the worst thing. So he didn't stop and get behind me, and he didn't accelerate in front of me, which he should have done. He got alongside of me and hit the brakes because he panicked. Where are we gonna go? What are you doing? Anyhow, the song was Stolen Car. Maybe he's in a stolen car, you know what I mean? But anyhow, listen, I put that up there because a lot of us have other things that we do in life, not just motorcycles. And I've written a lot of poetry. I would love to maybe put up some more music at some point. If you guys had any like song requests or something, you know, pretty much. So I'm a bass player, but I'm not going to really put any bass up. No one wants to hear me do solo bass. You got Charles Bertu, Davey 504, Stuart Clayton. You got plenty of solo bass. Jonathan Herrera, the whole No Treble website. So you don't need to hear any bass from me. But if you had a song request, I was thinking about putting some of the stickers you guys are sending on that old black guitar. That's the reason I uploaded that video, is because I'm not afraid to slap a bunch of stickers on that one. So if you wanted to send me a sticker and had a song request that I could pull off on that guitar, I think maybe that would be a fun, because I don't have stickers yet. It might be a fun compromise. You send me a sticker and I'll send you a song or something like that. So anyhow, that was the other thing on my mind. I'll wrap up with this. Yeah, I was starting to say I've written a lot of poetry. I've got some motorcycle poetry that I've written. And here's what I'm throwing out there. There was a guy, Joe Gouveia, or what, I can't pronounce his last name. Are you kidding me? Well, he's passed on. He got cancer and passed away. We had started to talk online years ago. He had put out a motorcycle book of poetry and was bringing together a bunch of poetry from other artists. I didn't know the dude. He's from Cape Cod. And I was like, I don't know if I want to submit any of my poetry to this guy I don't know. But we went back and forth a couple times online. He seemed like a really decent dude. Well, he got cancer and he died. And so I didn't have a chance. I was gonna take part, you know? And come to find out later, this guy is essentially was the poet laureate of Cape Cod, and he knew all the guys like Robert Pinsky and some of these other really successful and more sort of public poets. And I was like, man, there was an opportunity lost. But you know, I really wanted to take part. But like I said, I like to vet my sources first, because I don't want to get, you know, either have something taken from me without credit or get involved with like a project that's a little like more embarrassing or whatever. So anyhow, that was an opportunity lost. But I thought maybe some of you guys, if you write poetry or do artwork motorcycle related, maybe we can put together a little chapbook or something and shoot that off and make some copies, right? Anybody interested in that, message me. Let me know if you're interested in compiling some of our poetry together. It'd be great if it was us moto vloggers, right? Have we done that before? I think that'd be pretty super cool. 1000 would say that'd be dope. I'm too old to say that. So anyway, dope meant something different when I was a kid. You guys stay away from that. Anyhow, hey, what did I talk about today? I have no idea. Hey, I care about you, Matt the Greeter. Here's a car talk. Hopefully I'll be back on the bike before we know it, and back in my warm weather Sedici Strata helmet, which I very much enjoy, and looking to hear back from you guys. So leave a comment either way. If you're interested, if you're not interested, just say nah. Or say it in the old like ignorant New England way. Nah, dude. not our prettiest speech pattern, I would confess. So anyway, guys, Matt the Greeter, it's been a joy hanging out with you and helping shorten this drive. And I'll check in with you soon. Okay, guys. All right, rubber side down. Bye.